I have an unpopular opinion when it comes to like Caliph Cairo.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't feel like he had the intention of like defrauding people.
I don't think so.
Like at heart, it was just one of those things where there's delays.
COVID has hit.
There's just a lot of money has been used. Sababu ukiwa na employees, pesa huenda. Try employ 3-4 people.
Inflation.
The things are happening.
The government policies change now. Imports have become more expensive. Unashindwa taambia huyu client aje aongeze pesa na sasa nishafika.
So watu walikuwa hata kununua sijui ati athletes wa Kenya. Na nikwambia by the way, kama wewe ni athlete unakimbia huko Eldoret, wewe nunuliwa.
Imagine take it. Take it and run. Literally. Take it and fucking
Get
run.
your money.
Get yours. Ain't nobody coming to check on you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Save yourself. Fika huko alafu wanze kuteta.
Still
Hi, we are Two Baddies, One Mic. And welcome to episode
6-7. My name is Turife.
My name is Kathomi. I saw Kim Kardashian saying she's bringing it back. I never knew it existed before, in fact.
And even went away.
Yeah. Anyway, we are here with another episode of Two Baddies, One Mic. And because you requested a part 2 of episode 22, where we're talking about bullying and people bullying each other online, we've decided to take a different tangent this time. Add a little riz to the mix. What are we diverging it into?
I think just the levels of bullying, and not just ordinary people get bullied. Celebrities get bullied too. However, people get away with bullying celebrities or well-known personalities or media personalities, influencers, simply because they have a huge following. They should have thick skin. As in, when you're new to town, if you have X amount of followers, it opens you up to
X amount of bullying.
Exactly. So you should be used to it.
Yeah?
And I think the person we should highlight right now is Robert Burale.
Oh, RB.
Ooh, RB. I've seen a whole series of surviving RB. The conversation starting from his ex-wife, Rosina Mwakideo, talking about her horrible experience in said marriage. That took a life of its own. Watu wakaanza kuongea, kukatokea hashtag surviving RB, watu na testimonials zao. Apparently or allegedly he is a con man. People saying he's in the closet or not in the closet. Basically, he has been the talk of town. His reputation has taken a hit. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like I see how valid it is for him to be called out. But at the same time, I'm like, damn. Damn.
Are we bullying now? Are we bordering on bullying?
Like when you think of like your reputation and your business and that image you have built
for yourself.
Because he's very particular about his brand.
Yep.
It's a Christian brand. He looks good, fashionista.
He's a pastor, a motivational speaker, and a life coach.
Sasa, evidence imetokea kwa karatasi. Tuko like, damn. Sasa utafanya nini hiyo maupasta yako?
Yaani watu wanasema wewe ni life coach na ujui hata kuishi maisha yako. I'm like, oh,
a very carefully curated image is in the trash
it
bin.
Really is, yeah.
So now, like, I'm sympathizing, like, low-key. But at the same time, I'm like, but you are also a very trash person.
He was. He was. If all the allegations, if all the alleged stories from Nini, from his ex-wife, even on the comment section of that specific video of Alex Mwakideo, both Rosina's and his episode, people are over there saying, "Uya alinikatia siku mbili, alafu tena kanitisha pesa." So it's very true. He's really showing, people are really showing like a repeat offense where it's no longer a thing of alleged. Maybe now we're going into, okay, how many people are there? Like, should we start a counter suit but make it a civil lawsuit type she? Sababu RB tenda watu wengi allegedly.
Alafu when things start quieting down, all of a sudden now he's suing Alex Mwakideo and his
Rosina.
Sister. And I'm like, now the comment section is like, conman ni conman too. Amesema wampatie 20 million
20
retire.
million.
And I'm like, sir, kwani hauna PR firm? Like, I get your feelings were hurt, but anything Rosina said, she said, this is actual and factual, and I have evidence to prove this.
Yep.
Anything that happened, I used to forward to my email.
Yep.
So I'm talking about factual things.
Yep.
You cannot hold them responsible for the reaction and the mockery that came from people who watched said content
and realized that maybe you weren't that nice a guy. You know, people who trusted you with their lives. And people keep, actually, even the fact of the matter being that he keeps giving people like marriage advice and stuff like that. And guys are like, child, you are married for 1 year and a few days. And in that 1 year, and in that 1 year, your wife ran away from you 3 times. Okay? So what exactly are you trying to tell us? Because if you haven't played, if you haven't studied, what exactly is it that you can advise me on? Like, it's giving
what you teach.
It's giving confidence. It's giving confidence. And I think for the most part, him even suing her, the basis of the suit itself is also just like, really defamation and slander?
Who lied?
Where? Who
lied?
Has defamed you? She's saying and echoing the words of many, many others before her and even after her.
And so, she was also very particular about that being her personal experience.
Yep.
This is how I experienced you.
And reiterated that it happened 12, 13 years ago, which gave her, she almost even inclined that maybe he's changed. You know, maybe he's a different person. I don't know his life now. All I know is that 13, 12 years ago, it was crazy.
Yeah, so it's crazy for you to now sue somebody.
20 million.
Another person who's been making headlines is one Bahati, mtoto wa Diana. Now, I do not subscribe to whatever happens in that Bahati household. I know, like, as a couple, they are very good at showbiz. They've really
cornered the market.
Yes, they've really understood how social media works and made it work for them. They're making good money out of it. However, how far is too far? Because I feel like sometimes they intentionally do things just to get a reaction out of everyone.
Yep. Seti.
Yes, Seti. Even before Seti, you know, when he was doing promo for said music, he was like, oh, I'm getting into a new version of myself, blah, blah, blah. And then he's in high heels.
Bahati New Era.
I'm like, if you're launching new music, we've known you as a gospel music. So what's next in the music category? So we were very curious. But then now we saw he's wearing high heels. So now I'm like, okay.
Are you starting a shoe boutique? Like, is that it?
Are you going inside the closet? There were a lot of questions. Nini inaendelea? Bado uko na Diana.
It actually literally interprets the Nini ladies.
Ama Diana amesema tunaweza kuwa wale watu. You know, a lot. Why are you cross-dressing? What is going on? There's no justification for you to cross-dress as promo for new music.
Yeah.
We waited for the new music. It drops, and I'm just seeing wobble. And
First of all, nice ass babes. Nice
girl. Gorgeous body. You know? In fact, I think they use you when they go to the surgeon. Because, girl, I hope you were paid well.
Masterpiece. I'm telling you, when others were crafted, you were made.
The best part of the music video. Really, it was just moving. I don't even think you were struggling.
Jiggly. Was she even trying to move, or is it just moving?
I didn't see her like arc her back. No, things were just moving. Jiggle. Very nice. Congratulations. However, you're making an appearance. Okay, no, we're not talking about her. Bahati. Is this what
the brand you've chosen now?
Is this what we're going with? You know, sometimes we forget that even though tumeendelea, Kenyans are very conservative.
Yeah.
Like, it all trickles down to Kenyans are still very conservative.
Yep.
We talk a lot.
Yep.
But ikifika kwa actions, we're like, ooh, no, absolutely not.
Yeah. Even more so, Nairobi is different from the rest of the region. I feel like Nairobi, Mombasa, that's as far as you can go when it comes to like these levels of showcases. But after that, we have other counties which are like, where uyu ashindwe apelekwe kanisani, that kind of thing. But that's not even the point. The conservativeness of the country in itself is one thing, but it's the point of view of you're a married man with children,
husband,
whose
father.
whole brand to this point has been your family's empire. Okay, so now family empire, is this what you're trying to teach your children? Like, is where does the brand stop being the Bahatis and becomes the Bahati show? You know what I mean? Like, we were in the Bahati empire, but somehow you're not distancing yourself from that empire of yours and making it look like you are on your own, like you are just living your life on your own. And yes, I know, large and by, you're allowed to express yourself as an artist. You're allowed to express yourself as an entertainer. You're allowed to give us something to talk about. But we were like, okay, to make a point. Not 2 weeks after that, do you try another antic that shocks us, all of us, on the floor? Because tell me why, rest in peace, Shalkido, condolences to his friends and family. Once Shalkido passes on the 7th of October, you are among the first people, not only to say we wish you our condolences, rest in peace, Kijana. You take a screenshot of a conversation that you had with him online, a conversation he had with himself online, posting it and saying that, oh man, he even hit me up, we were supposed to be doing a collaboration together, my manager.
Now you're riding on death. Again, when someone passes away, stop trying to make it about yourself. And I think that's where the outrage comes in. You've already made it about yourself when it comes to so many things. Somebody passes away, and instead of you just saying, rest in peace, Shalkido, na story ishi hapo. You decide now to make it, tulikuwa tunajuana like this. Hata alikuwa reach out to me. I remember even there's a time Bahati had gone to see Shalkido and bought him shopping. It was a whole video of everything. I get that you did that for him. Grateful. But you now posting screenshots to show how he was in your DMs begging for a collabo.
Get applause.
And I'm like, no, tujue mlikuwa mnajuana. Why is this still about you? But now the question is, he's proven he's a horrible person.
Yep. Well, he's a cloud chaser.
He's a cloud chaser.
Yeah.
Okay? He will ride on anything.
Professional
There's no
cloud chaser.
Line.
There's nothing.
He will cross it. He
Every
will
line.
cross-dress. But he's also doing it for our reaction.
Yep.
So when we react negatively, are we in the wrong? Because then they don't care. Then they're like, okay, cool, I'm trending. That's money in my pocket. But at what point does it become, oh, we're actually bullying this person rather than, okay, we're just reacting to the nonsense that they're putting out on social media?
I feel like that one now becomes a bit of a tricky issue because there are two ways to look at it. Turi keeps saying it on the show. We keep saying it here on the show. You can choose to look away. Like, you really can choose to look away. You're like, oh, not for me. That was cringy. Boy, bye. You know? You can just choose to leave Bahati to do his Bahati things and let his consumers and the people who like him and his content to keep doing that. Yeah? But, like, asking for bare basics humanity is still very valid because here's where I think about it, or here's how I think about it. Bahati is a role model to other people. A lot of other people view him as a musical genius and an entertainment genius, which again, they are not the best example to use, but they are. They really know how to work the entertainment industry. However, a lot of people do look up to him. Now imagine people now literally copy pasting what he does. Like, imagine a lot more people doing exactly what he does. That would come off really weird.
Everyone is a cloud chaser. Nothing is real anymore.
It's corny as fuck. So I think for that reason, it was important that people called him out. It was important that people say, yes, regardless of who Bahati is and what he does, hey, this is weird. This is weird, you shouldn't do it. Like, yes, he did it, but like, just know we are punishing him for doing it so that others don't replicate it. And in fact, anyone else who was riding on that Shalkido passing away, rest in peace, bandwagon, you've noticed like fewer people have come out and said, oh, I knew him, I knew him. So in that case, I don't think it's bullying. I think it's just humanity trying to self-correct, right? Like, we are the people who push these people into creating the kinds of content. Like, we do aggressively pursue cringe content. Like, as a weird humanity stage that we're in, we are looking for people's weird stuff happening online. We want to talk about it. We want to be there in the mix with like, oh, did you see? We're the ones sharing it. Otherwise, if you posted it and no one shared it, no one would have known, right? No one would have known. It would have just disappeared into the void. But because we keep looking out and seeking out for this kind of content, people keep creating it. People keep giving us what we want. So what we're trying to do in holistically is trying and help people understand that, hey, look,
It's not working.
there's a line. This was the line that was
You're
crossed.
crossing it.
Don't do it. Okay, like if you do it, you too will get the same reprimanding, the same tongue lashing that he has gotten on his comment section and publicly, right? With Charisma and others who've said, hey, no, dude. Baba Talisha saying, hey, bruh, what the hell? A lot of people will come and say, no, this is not right. So I think in that case, I wouldn't necessarily call it bullying. I wouldn't even go so far as to say he's being harassed. I would say that people are just stopping bad behavior from becoming even more extensively consumed and created. Yeah.
Hii wiki imekuwa active. Because another thing that I also noticed online, when you're a big celebrity and people relate to you, they find you relatable, you seemingly look successful on social media and you're doing things. Even like Bahati,
Movers and shakers.
He owes nobody being a role model. You know, he doesn't owe it
It's not
to
his
you.
job.
But at the same time, you having that influence has you in a position where you have to be responsible for the things you put out.
Yeah.
You don't owe anyone good morals, but can you be
Humanity.
responsible
Just be human.
and realize, by the way, I am very influential, I have a very impactful platform.
Yeah.
But for the people who seem to be trying to do all they can, the best they can do, but still things end up going some type of way. I'm talking about Ogobina.
Oh, no.
Sometimes when you're a big person, people now start having expectations.
You're a big person.
Big
personality. We
kama wewe
apologize.
ni mtu mkubwa, yani big, sijasema fat, nimesema yes.
Big
Sometimes the people become a bit entitled to your space, your time, your money. You know, umekaka kidogo hivi mtu anasema ati, oh, there's somebody XYZ who is in need of help. So you help them out. And because maybe in the moment you have a bit of disposable income, saa zingine clients hukulipa wote. Unakulipa at once. Uko na a little bit of chums, unamsaidia, well and good, anaenda zake. But then it opens doors for all of these other people coming in and saying, oh, pia mimi, I want this and this and this. I need help.
You've shown a track record of helping.
School fees, shule are opening, Christmas, atatuwezi enda ushago. And the more you help people, the more people are coming through. But there's also a problem here because the people who are helping the public, they make it very public. You know? If I help you out with paying your school fees, I am calling you to my podcast to talk about it and to tell the people how I helped you and how they also can contribute to the fund. So you've now opened this Pandora's box of, oh, if so-and-so got helped, hata mimi I can go to the podcast and cry, nini tusaidiwe hivo. However, those who are not fortunate enough to get access to said personality, to Ogobina, they go on, oh, hata zako zinakuanga fake, you actually don't even do it for real, even me, I needed help, but you didn't help me, you're a horrible person. So it can be very heavy on the soul to be a philanthropic person outside on the internet.
Or the other additional bit where he actually does help and people do help, but the people that are helped are now feeling like,
you could have done better.
Or like, I'm better than you now. Like we're the same. Like you and I are the same, which again, nothing wrong with it, but like you start getting your egos in the mix as well. You've been helped. You've gotten to a point where you can actually walk on your own 2 feet, do your own thing, run your own YouTube channel or whatever. But then
there's
starts
no that
becoming
spirit of gratitude.
No, there's no gratitude.
It's more like, okay, you are stepping stone. Yeah, boy, bye.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
I saw this story on TikTok of this girl. You see people who do free cleans. Like they go to your house, they clean. Like if you have like a mental problem and your house is full of trash, and this TikTokers who just do clean TikTok, they come and clean your house. one member of the public, a random TikToker, reached out and said, hey, I've been going through this and this and this. I'm in a really horrible place. Could you come and do a free clean for my house? And then when you guys are done, I will really appreciate it. Sent videos of her house. Wakaona wakasema, huku ni kubaya, tuenda tumsaidie. They went, cleaned her for free for 3 days. This is you dedicating 3 days of your life. No, they're not paying you transport. They're not compensating you. At a lunch, hawakupati. They went, they cleaned her house. It was, it was in the pits. They transformed it. It even looked new. Tell me why this girl gets on the internet and starts saying, oh yeah, I'm so grateful to them. As you can see, even some walls are still dirty. They also, they didn't rudisha the nguos, the clothes. When the clothes were done washing, they didn't fold them and put them back. So yeah, there was that. And I'm like,
now you're taking advantage of people. That means the whole time it was a con.
Hamna santi. So it becomes very difficult to help people out.
You can be very disgruntled. Yeah. So absolutely, yes, when you see Ogobina putting a public statement out there saying he's not God and he's not going to help you or your family, he's done. His charitable acts are finished. You completely understand it. Yeah. Because he's not the first person who's literally been, ametenda mema, watu wakasema, sepete sepetuka. Okay? He's not the first person. We've seen many people do this. We've even seen our friend, what's his name? Eric Omondi,
yeah.
Who started off with doing one good deed, which was helping with the bridge, right? Actually, no, it started with the 75%. Place 75% KE. That's when his activism began. And then it transitioned into now philanthropy, where he's like, hey, let's build this bridge because these kids, it's raining, yada, yada, yada. That happened. And then now he started being very charitable in helping people with fundraisers. Like he would host people on his TikTok lives, on his Instagram lives, and people would then contribute and help out someone who was going through something. And then it became Sisi kwa Sisi, and then. But then every time he does this, we get politicians
trying to ride the wave.
And in addition to that, criticizing him, saying he wants to run for a political position. That's why he's doing all of these things.
And even if he was, what's the problem?
My question is, now that you are in politics, what are you doing? Because if he's striving to do all of these things in order to get a political seat, that's the goal. You are at the goal.
What are you doing?
Where is the benefit? Why aren't you showing us that it can be done, it has been done? We've seen politicians be quiet about so many things until celebrities,
after the fact, they come out.
Until
voices.
People say things is when they're like, oh yeah, that was so horrible. Okay. Now, when it comes to people and politicians, or people and other powerful human beings criticizing them, he's not the first. We've seen even Mr. Beast, the most philanthropic, most followed YouTuber in the world,
comes to Kenya
kutengeneza borehole
quietly, but then there's no press about it.
Nope.
Quietly this is months of work, does the work, finishes projects in good timelines. Then he says, oh yeah, by the way, I did that a while back. And now you guys are coming out, oh, why are you making us look bad? So you want us to suffer for optics? Tusiitikie Mr. Beast akuja kutujengea wells for optics? Oh my God.
And he was criticized to the point where I haven't seen him coming back and doing more wells, even when he had said he was planning on making it a whole project of digging how many wells in Kenya. Imagine all the kids, all the parents, all of the people who would have been helped by those boreholes. Okay? Imagine all the lives that would have been changed by those boreholes. But no.
And sometimes you're not even being bullied, even as an individual. You're not being bullied by regular people.
Nope.
You're being bullied by institutions. You're being bullied by arms of government. You're being harassed by the DCI because somebody has a bit of money and is making things difficult for you. I have an unpopular opinion when it comes to Caliph Cairo.
Yeah.
I feel I don't feel like he had the intention of defrauding people.
I don't think so.
At heart, it was just one of those things where there's delays.
COVID has hit.
You know,
money
there's just
has
a lot
used.
of, money has been used. Sababu ukiwa na employees, pesa huenda. Try employ 3-4 people.
Inflation.
The things are happening.
The government policies change now. Imports have become more expensive. Unashindwa nitaambia huyu client aje aongeze pesa na sikuwa nishafika.
So I feel like it was just one of those things where business is
caught up in everything.
And unfortunately he had also created enemies.
Yep.
Atusemi alikuwa mtu mzuri. He's also Caliph Cairo. And these things caught up to them, but they were also fueled by the fact that one of these clients had very good police connections. Because even anytime they'd arrest him, they'd be like, oh yeah, it's because of so and so. This man was being arrested outside courtrooms. Like, ushaitoka koti, like there's a time I even saw like a video of him and I was just like, oh, I felt so bad. Like, Loki, nilimwangalia nikamhurumia kidogo. Nywele ilikuwa imekaa hivi. Nikasema, woo.
And then they make sure there are photo ops.
Si waachilie kijana awatafutie pesa.
Hizo picha mbaya Nimeziweka kila mahali.
So like sometimes people, especially with more money, will use government institutions to bully you.
Yeah.
We've seen what's happening with Bad Bunny in the US.
Poor Bad Bunny.
Yeye ameitwa event, by the way. Hata event si yake. Yeye amekuja kuimbia watu half time. Bad Bunny, watu wakatika. And the way he's doing well on SNL.
So well.
He should be an actor.
He's really funny, you know?
He's such a funny guy.
Yeah.
No Trump, wanasema hata wakikuja huko Bad Bunny, tunakuja na ICE. Ndo nyinyi Mexicano. Tuwabebe nyinyi wote.
Illegal immigrants.
Wakikuangalia hivi wana uko na a hint of Mexi. Unaingia kwa gari. Utaenda kuexplainia huko mbele ukiwa Tijuana.
Like Bad Bunny was just chilling. And now we've had Republicans going so loud at it. Well, actually, yeah, I'm not in America. I can say anything. We have Republicans now saying that, who do you want to see? If you haven't seen, there's a petition. There's a petition literally in Asema. Who do you want to play at the Super Bowl? Imeandikwa Americans, English speaking and Americanas. I'm like, whoa, child, that's crazy.
Puerto Rico is a US territory. Like, Puerto Ricans are Americans.
The Spanish Inquisition. Walisema, give us Puerto Rico. It's what's going on? Even so, basically, you were saying that Republicans and other people, in fact, the administration as a whole, people from the administration or from the right side are saying that they wananza their own Super Bowl. They're like, yay, creating our own Super Bowl where Blacks and Hispanics, because they're like, it's become too black. First of all, you brought Kendrick last year, and now you said no English. Walisema
wakagonga Rihanna.
No English.
Wakasema no.
It's blacker and blacker and blacker. And then they're like, "Hey guys, you need to give one of us. It needs to be one of us.
Make it white again."
Oh, you think we're gonna get you this? Okay, come here, Bad Bunny. Don't speak English. Pa! Mkagongo nayo. Sasa watu wako huko wana watch halftime.
Oh my God.
Wamekelea bet.
Anyway, if they can get players who are not white to play on said teams.
That's the thing that pisses me.
Like if white players can play for their teams and win, well and good. Because like when it comes to sports, they will need these black people. They will need these strong people. Si watu wa kukula sererak. Anyway.
And the Americans take it. Ukiangalia huyu Muamerika ni nyeusi. Unaona? Guys.
Niliona watu walikuwa wanataka kununua sijui ati athletes wa Kenya. Na nikwambia by the way, kama wewe ni athlete unakimbia huko Eldoret, wewe nunuliwa.
Imagine take it. Take it and run. Literally. Take it and fucking
get
run.
Get your money.
Get yours. Ain't nobody coming to check on you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Save yourself. Fika huko alafu wanze kuteta.
Still on being bullied by institutions. Something that's very common in Kenya.
Yeah.
On the roads. On the roads. There are big cars. Wameweka huko black and white, blue and red lights zinawaka hivi on the wrong side of the road. And you think that akina Boniface, Mwangi and Larry Madowo did not put courage in me. Mimi sisongi. Tukae hapo to bully each other. And I love how Kenyans have been standing on business. A big car with Mheshimiwa on the wrong side of the road. They're not moving. ati mimi niingie kwa mtaro ndo nyinyi mpite. Haya, tukae hapa kama
Tukae
watu
hapa
wajinga.
tuangaliane.
Hata
Tukae
siendi.
tuangaliane.
In fact, if I was running late
What
and I
have I
called
told
ahead and I said, I am late because kuna mheshimiwa on the wrong side of the road. Na
Every
sitoki.
time I see a land cruiser, hizo ma V8. Nakwambianga nini?
Sihami.
Hao watu hawa, they are very silly. Very, very silly.
Nigonge.
Very silly.
Tuone.
Na wanakutusi. But then unaweza fungwa. Ujue unaweza fungwa. Lakini it's wrong.
Ufungwe for what?
It's wrong. Ingine hapa hivi. Unaona roundabout hapa Mbagathi Road? That roundabout from Mbagathi Road, ukienda Mbagathi hivi uende Nairobi University. Yes. That roundabout. How many people have you seen being caught at the roundabout? As in, the light is red, anapita. Because uko kwa roundabout. What are the rules of the roundabout? You cannot stop at the roundabout. And so you as a driver did not stop at the roundabout even when the light was red. Unashikiwa hapo mbele unaambiwa, ulikuwa unaenda wapi? Ambia, boss, roundabout, do not stop. Those are the rules. What did you want me to do? So ni gani nitafollow na ni gani nitaachilia? Ni traffic light ama ni... I'm telling you, and this happens all the time. Like, as a driver, as a regular mwananchi, you told me about the story of a young kid you know from back home who was just walking. Alikuwa anaenda wapi? Alikuwa anaenda... Tumbe story.
Hii story gani?
The kid from your brother's friend who was walking and then he was need.
Another thing. Did you know that wewe ukiwa mtaani, kama unachanga kwenye home mtaani, and you're just walking around, do you know you can actually be arrested and the crime is loitering with intent? Either intent to distribute drugs, intent to rob, intent to do crime. Like police anaweza kuangalia hivi na macrocs zako aseme, huyu criminal. And that is an actual offense. However, because we're criminalizing poverty, if you're in the suburbs, you're just outside, you're just walking, you need to taking a stroll, you need to mental health, TB walk, you need to, hataki blood pressure, cholesterol, and exercise. So like the system is not built for you. Tuanzie hapo. If you're poor, hutoboi. Kama hauna kakitu, hutoboi. If you do not have money to bribe a police officer, remand nayo utaenda.
Utaenda sana.
Like they will book you and you wait for your court case without even bail. They don't even give you that courtesy. Ufike kotini, ujue nini inaendelea. I saw this lawyer talking about how, you know how like in America in the movies, they read criminals Miranda rights. Apparently in Kenya, you're also supposed to be told why you're being arrested. And if you appear in front of the court or in front of a judge, that's how you educate. And before it starts, you say, Judge, I was not notified about why I was arrested. I was not told my rights. I was not told anyone. That can be dismissed because it is an illegal arrest. That is what the Kenyan law says. Kwa hivyo, na sisemi mkuwe wagumu, sababu unajua pia wako na power tripping. All I'm saying is, sometimes don't even fight the system. You just go along. It's an experience. Hujajua remand kuna kaanga aje. Enda, ujue nini inaendelea. Tufike kotini niwaambie, judge, wacha nikuambie kitu. I don't know why I'm here. They did not read me my rights. They did not tell me why I'm here.
I was not told of my offense. What is my offense?
He was not even uniformed.
Nope.
He did not have any identification. Nope. Apparently, wanakuanga na card. All police officers, they have a card. He did not identify himself. Your Honor, in fact, I thought I was being kidnapped.
Thought I was being abducted.
Now hope you siku kuna cameras. Me, I was being abducted. That
is interesting.
Crazy.
That is so interesting. And as we're wrapping up, tumefika wapi? Tumeongea kuhusu Eric Omondi, tukaongea kuhusu...
Mimi nitamaliza kwa kukuambia. I feel
there are other examples. For example, we shall say them in passing. The Kajiado lady, girl, who was that? Why are you blocking children from walking?
Atuko na government job. Wewe ni big lady in the county.
Wait, relax. We've also seen people always bringing and dredging up Aziad and sijui nyumba yake imefanya nini, sijui amechukua pesa ya nani. Please leave her alone. She's just a girl. She's just trying to live. All right? And finally, Pastor Nganga, because elders have decided watatumia their elderly stances aseme wewe kamsichana kadogo unakaa hapo unanipigia kelele. By the way, you know elders can really bully you. Have you been bullied by an elder? Anakwambia respect me, show me respect.
Just because you're young, they don't think anything you say is valid.
I am 30 and I still feel like a child. So I can assume you maybe as a 70-year-old, pia una feel the same. But because you have a few years ahead of me, unataka kuniambia what is what? Relax.
But you know, with Pastor Nganga, I feel like he's just a very horrible person.
He is. I think he is.
Because, you know, before we used to dismiss problematic things he would say by saying, he's just an old man, he's just sexist, misogynistic, whatever.
Old systems.
But also he's charismatic, so, you know, fanya vile unataka. You know, it wasn't such an issue until we realized that our silence was actually emboldening this man. Us not saying anything or being outraged enough was fueling his confidence to now say, you know what, I can say anything and get away with it. Ew, disgusting. Old man.
Yes, you are still a rapist, thief who was a gangster and went to jail. Like, all of these things are still true, regardless of whether or not you are a charismatic pastor now. It's very problematic and you should pay for your crimes.
Because he wasn't even like apologetic. No. Or
he literally threatened her. He said,
like he was...
literally said, I'm gang related. That's what he said in summary. I'm gang related and I know a people or two. Don't play with me, little girl. That's what he said. That's a gangster. That's sounding like a mobster. Anakwambia, I know where you live. Hi, ukiniambia I know where I live. You know where I live. That's a threat on my life. What do you mean?
I think just normalize not giving fuel to such people. Like people like Bahati, normalize making them irrelevant. Like you see something, lenga, achana nayo. Don't give them fuel, don't give them
ammunition. Yeah.
Achana nayo. You see like people like Pastor Nganga, stop going to his churches. Wacha yende church ikue empty aliye. I don't care. I hate that we give platform.
We're emboldening people.
A lot of negative people.
Yes. You know. We're giving people a lot of power and emboldening them. And then when they get to the top, we're like, oh shit, no, I didn't mean that. It was a joke. Like, I did this as a joke and now look at him. No, we don't. No. We make memes out of everything. It's not that funny. Someone has threatened your life and your livelihood and you're like, anyway, that was our rant.
But we have to ask you, did you like that? Bye.